And a very warm welcome to the weekend edition of Wellbeing Wisdom. I was wondering if you dream. Well, of course you dream. We all dream. The real question, I guess, is whether you remember what you dreamed. Because this is probably one of the greatest, most powerful resources that you might be neglecting. If you can learn how to capture the content of your dreams, it can have the most extraordinary impact on the quality of your life. Well, I know it might sound counterintuitive, but the fact is that almost everything that you do comes from your subconscious mind. It's not a problem, it's just that you're not aware of it. Research indicates that maybe 95 to 99% of all that we think, what we feel, what we say, what we do is based on our subconscious foundations, on that deeply powerful programming. But the subconscious has an amazing ability to absorb, assimilate, and analyze unbelievable amounts of data. But you think, it's quite normal, that your conscious mind is in charge of the process, that you're planning and analyzing, doing everything, this tiny aspect of your mind's potential. When the reality is that it's the unconscious that's driving the bus. So, with such a powerful resource effectively lying dormant most of the time, or apparently dormant, what would happen if you could access its phenomenal analytical ability? Because it pretty much knows everything about you, far more than a conscious mind could ever grasp. So if you have any particular issue, challenge, question you want to resolve, one of the best places to look for the answer is within the domain of your own unconscious. How do you access it? Well, there's a slight challenge in as much as what we refer to as the unconscious. It's just a reference to help us to talk about these things. It tends to communicate in the language of symbolism. And that's why dreams can be very important, because very few dreams are literal. What you see, what you experience, isn't a direct representation of the reality around you, it's a symbolic representation. And it's worth paying attention to how you feel about that symbolism. Because once you get used to interpreting the data, you have access to a phenomenal amount of insight. And also, may I say, you get access to the kind of guidance which will always seek to give you the very best results in your life. Fascinating. But how do you access this resource? Well, it's probably useful for you to learn how to relax a little bit more before you go to sleep. Turn down the mental pressure, get stuck into a calm, peaceful state of being, and make the suggestion to yourself that you are absolutely going to recall your dreams when you wake up. This sets up the preparatory phase for recalling your dreams. And then when you wake up, just take a moment to see if you can capture the broad outline of your dreams. Dreams take place in a number of different phases. Pathways. You can have a number of dreams throughout the night, and when you try to remember them, they're like transparencies, one layered upon the other, and so the message can get confused. I used to keep a notebook and pencil by the bed, and I'd jot down whatever I could remember when I woke up. And surprisingly quickly, we developed this ability to connect our understanding with this vast array of beautiful symbolism that's coming out of the subconscious. The more you learn to use this, the more amazing it becomes, because the particular symbolism that your subconscious chooses is rich with potential. It has layers of interpretation. If you've got a sense of humor, you might be very pleasantly surprised at how quirky the subconscious can be in its ability to communicate directly and personally with you. So, learning how to capture the threads of your dreams, take a few moments before you roll out of bed, learn how to capture the essence of the dream, and you recall more and more information, and your insights will become more meaningful, more significant, and you get the kind of guidance that you're looking for. You go to sleep at night and you can simply say, I want to know the answer to this. What do I do? How do I do it? And the subconscious will oblige. And it might surprise you at how incredibly precise that information can be. I need to do this. Wow, I never thought of that. Sometimes it's really obvious. Sometimes you never have suspected that that's the best way for you to deal with a particular issue or to a challenge. But because your subconscious really knows everything there is to know about you, it's the very best best source of advice to consult when it comes to getting guidance, your own personal mentorship from this vast, truly vast array of data, files, and analysis. It's just there at your fingertips. Mindfulness and meditation can also give you access to various resources. But we've all got to sleep, so why not use that downtime to encourage your subconscious to flood your mind with all the relevant information that it needs to help you make better decisions. It's a very, very powerful way to enhance the quality of your life. If you're doing this already, that's fantastic. If it's new to you, let me know how you get on. I'm always delighted to hear from you. Feel free to share your comments, suggestions, and observations. And above everything else, please feel fully prepared to have a wonderful weekend. I'll be back with you next week.